First of all, to understand the market, and I think that's what makes it a little bit different for us. Prior to this time, we usually would do community trainings without understanding if there is a market for products, and because that's a different model, because we're using the resources community do have. But then we had to switch it at some point when we realized that we're having a lot of challenges with the market. And we still do have challenges with the market, but it's not as bad as it used to be, because now we're working on products we're showing the women to work on products that people do actually need. Because it's difficult to launch new products into the market, especially if you don't have all the resources for marketing and branding and all of that. So for us, we take it one step backwards and say, for every training or for every opportunity for the rural women, because obviously the women have to choose what they want to do, but then we ensure that we give ideas around things that we know are marketable. And then when they choose anything, we tell them, okay, this is what it means. This is what it means in terms of marketing. This is the extra work we need to do. But in areas where we've already done, because we started earlier, and so we had products that we've already started working on. And so what we had to start doing is working with local partnerships, local businesses, and telling them to help us advertise the products of the women. So for instance, the organic soaps that the women here make, we reach out to spas. And so the spas buy directly from the rural women, because for the soaps, there are different levels to the finishing. So there's a finished product that we can do from our end with the women, but there's also the raw products that spas need. And so we have related with spas, both in the local area and in the cities, and they buy the products from the women. And sometimes on their behalf, what we do is reach out to businesses and spas that we know would need the products. We still do the old cold calling thing and calling them to tell them, oh, we do this product, we have rural women who are doing this, they'll be happy to supply to you. But that doesn't mean that the women are not doing their marketing. So one of the crudest way they do it is they go with the products to the markets. They go sell by themselves in the market. And that has proven to be more effective, especially for the soaps. The women in the craft section who do what was it called? Things from bamboo also have used that methodology to sell. So they go directly into the market and market their products, and they sell it and they come back. And because for us, we have market days, it is a bit easier for them to map out the market days for the different communities around and also in the city. So for those market days, they go out and then they sell their product, and that has been helpful and productive. But in terms of scaling, because the numbers are increasing, the number of women that are joining the groups are increasing. In terms of scaling, we are working with them to get the right licenses they need to push the products to the right places. For instance, in Nigeria, there is the NAFDAC registration you need to do to get food items or skincare products into the big supermarkets. And interestingly, a group of women have gotten that. We facilitated that process through the organization to get the NAFDAC registration for them. So in the next 1 month, they'll be able to move the skincare products to supermarkets, and this is body butter, organic soaps to the markets. So those are ways that we do it. But recently, one thing that we are focusing on is doing a lot of market research, because we know that because of some level of knowledge gap, the people in communities might not be able to do the market research to understand where the products are needed. So on their behalf, we do that to say, okay, these are the places where they can sell the products to. These are the industry that need the product. This is where needs the product. So because we have that level of research already done, it's easier for us to relay the same thing to the groups and say, go to this place and tell them you're from Durian. And obviously they get their products. So that's the new method for us. Research first, understanding where the market is before investing or before guiding the women through the learning process. And that has been very helpful, and it's been proving to be successful, because now we have a couple of projects that the women want to do, and we already know that for the first batch of production that they'll be doing, there is a market already for it. And that gives them a lot of hope, because then we no longer only become the middleman, because that's not the goal for us. The goal for us is not to become the middleman. The goal for us is to show them the market and then leave them to own that process. So we are not the one, we don't become the middleman. They own the process because they have access directly to the market. We are still growing in understanding very much how some of the product markets are going to work, because from our understanding, for food items, it is easier to sell from the experiences we've had, because every day people are eating, people need to eat, people need to survive. But with some other craft items, for instance, fabric craft, bamboo craft, these are things that are not urgent. People don't really need them every day. So the methodology for that in terms of marketing and sales is quite different. But with food, agricultural produce, it's easier because you can easily reach out to the bigger market and sell off to the bigger markets at good prices, or you own a marketplace in a bigger store and sell in the bigger store, or people even request for it. For instance, there's a food product we do, Gary, from cassava, that we never have excess of. Like, there's never been a time where we had an excess of the product. Once it is done, the women do it. There's never a time where there's excess, because people always come and buy. And then for us, what we just do is announce to the world about it for them, and then it's the next moment it's sold out. And that's the way that has been for the food items, the chicken, the livestock, what's it called? The chicken, the pigs, yeah. There's never been a shortage of market for the women in those groups. For cassava, there's never been a shortage of market. For maize, there's never been a shortage of market. But for the other items that are like craft-based items, there have been challenges, and we then realize that we need to channel the product outcome or the product output to what is needed in the market per time as they continue to grow. I hope this is helpful. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm also learning, so I'm happy to be here.